The token?
Yeah.
I've never been in a token like I've never been involved this much in a token ever, and ever since I've been in crypto, I just sorry guys, I'm a little side talker.
Go ahead, Ozzy.
Hey man, I got a small bag in here,
Okay.
close to maybe, let's say maybe 10, 12K. You think I'm gonna be able to get a yacht with you lot?
I missed the boat with ship, and I wish I got in ship early during this primitive development, and I missed that boat, and I refuse to miss this one. I'm telling you, I'm not selling a dime. I don't care if I have to hold for a year or 2 years.
Whatever.
It's gonna be there, bro. Because I'm telling you, man, it's gonna pay off.
I'm sick of being mortal, I'm about to be a savage. I see a lot of things that I want, I will have them. I got a new mindset that I just established. I'll march through the cold with the nails on the pavement. I'll shovel that coal just to get out the basement. My story will be told, helping others make changes. I'll be so bold, they will watch in amazement.
Am I gonna face it? Am I gonna chase it? Am I gonna start or will I keep waiting? Time is limited, quickly fading. Get my mind right, it's my time to take it. Am I gonna face it?
Or will you fucking fight back? Or will you fucking fight back? You ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south.
Never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fight back.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Pablo Crow. And like always, super bullish on crypto. Crypto set me free. Now we got a lot to talk about today. I'm more bullish than ever. Like my bullish level 2025 was here. My bullish level 2026 is up here. Okay. And we're going to discuss a lot about that because look, everybody always talks about the bull market and it's like, oh, the bull market will save us. The bull market will save us. That's when money is made. And the truth is, it is when money is made if you accumulate it during the bottom. If you come in at the peak of the cycle, there ain't no fucking money for you. Because people like myself have been in the space this whole time when things were at the gutter, when things were at the fucking bottom, right? You come up here at the peak of the cycle and you're wondering why you're losing. And I'll tell you why you're losing. You're losing because there was people like me that were down here and you came up here. You bought the top. And a lot of people don't like to hear that, but it's the truth. So what you need to do is you need to learn from your mistakes. That's the best thing to do. You know, when I came in crypto in 2015, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I thought this was a scam. I thought, Bitcoin was fake. I couldn't buy anything with the coin. I couldn't do anything with Bitcoin. All I could do was buy Bitcoin and hope for the best, right? And it didn't make any sense. There was no YouTuber helping us, build, believe. There was no guy on Telegram or Discord or X posting technical analysis, charts. There was nothing. We had belief. We had a fucking dream. That's it. That's all we had to our name. A dream. Believe in a future that yet does not exist. And people wonder why they never get rich. They always wonder why why not them? Why other people do it, but why don't they figure it out? And it really comes down to belief. If you don't believe in something that doesn't exist, how are you ever going to be an early adopter? You're not. See, most people like to come when things is all figured out, when all the buttons work, when everything is easy to use. You're late. You're fucking late. You come and invest in Tesla when Elon's already worth 400 billion. You come and invest in Apple when we're already in the Apple iPhone 17. You're late. You're fucking late. It's all about investing in a vision before the vision becomes reality. That's how you get rich. That's how it works. When I was going heavy on crypto.com, I was only investing in the brand. There was no proof. There was no evidence. There was no guaranteed I was going to win. There was nothing. All I had was belief. That's it. Belief that it could become something, right? Belief. That's all you got. Right now, I'm building the MK ecosystem, okay? And I can tell you right now, it is going to revolutionize the way we crypto. It is going to. Because look, everybody in crypto today, you know what the focus is? How to make the degenerate happy. That's their focus. Everything they do, everything they built is how to keep the degen happy in trading so I can have constant buy and sell volume. How can I keep the degenerates happy? They build their whole empire in crypto, keeping the degens happy. I'll tell you one thing. Degens don't hold for shit. Degens jump from A to B to C, man. They jump the whole alphabet, and then they jump the alphabet backwards, and then they start from A all the way to Z again, and then back and back and back, and they commit to nothing. Nothing. They don't believe in a future where they can be wealthy. All they look is for that 2-3x so they can cheat and run to the next project, and hopefully they don't get rug. So when you're building a project in the mentality of pleasing the degenerates, you're going to fail because they don't believe in themselves. You see, I came into the space as a normie. Even the degenerates came into the space as normies. Okay? I'm going to tell you the greatest time in crypto history was when normies didn't know shit about crypto. That was the best time in crypto history. When they saw a guy on television say Dogecoin to the moon for the first time in their life, that right there was bullish. They didn't even know what the word bullish was. They didn't even understand the terminology of being a G. None of this existed. Because in a world outside of crypto, these individuals want to invest into something, and in their mind, they think like Warren Buffett. They think like these top world entrepreneurs, people that only talk about investing. If you could only invest for 30 years in a 401k, you will retire and live a comfortable life for the rest of your retirement. Put 10% of your income into a 401k. Invest in technology. Long-term, 10-year plan, 20-year plan, 30-year plan. That's the normies. And they come into crypto through platforms like Pump Fund. And they get rug within 3 seconds. They come through platforms they never used before, excited about cryptocurrency for the first time in their life. Boom. The degenerates take advantage of them instantly. Kill the emotion, they kill the vibe, and that normie never comes back. When we go back in time and we look at Shiba Inu, it was built by normies. When we go back in time and look at the wolf pack, those fuckers, that was the first time they ever even used Uniswap. It was the first time they ever swapped Ethereum for a coin. It was the first time ever in their life that they swap into a meme coin. And they weren't thinking about a 2x. They weren't thinking about a 5x. They were thinking they were going to hold for a very long time. And that is why those early meme coins went to hundreds of millions, to billions, was because normies were buying it. Isn't that crazy to think about? It's the truth. So why would anybody ever build tech to please the Degens? Makes no fucking sense. Makes no sense. But that's the world that we live in. That's the world of crypto that we live in. We live in a world where all we want to do is make the degenerates happy. Well, in the past year, maybe year and a half, 2 years that I've been a developer myself, I fell into that mentality of pleasing Degens, right? I fell into that mentality. And it wasn't that long ago when I realized that I was going the wrong path as a developer. What am I doing? Why am I trying to make these guys happy? What the fuck did they do for the space? They jump from project to project, cheat everything, garbage. So I came to the conclusion, in order to take 3 projects to multi-billions, I have to go back in time 10 fucking years, okay? And only focus on bringing normies into crypto. I have a massive plan, okay? I know how I'm going to do it. I have a strategy. I know how I'm going to bring normies to crypto. I know. And I'm not talking like 20 normies. I'm talking hundreds of thousands, millions of normies. Okay? We'll talk more about that in a minute. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel. I'm going to jump into something real quick, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the market. But this is something that I really want to talk about, okay? I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something that took place in my life, okay? So, right here, I was once a top leader in network marketing with a community of over 30,000 people in my network. Once my tech is done, all hell will break loose. I know what I must do. Now, as you can see, I look a little younger in this picture, obviously, right? I would go to conventions like this one where you would learn people skills, leadership skills, all that, right? And I built a network of 30,000 people. And it took me a little over a year by myself. And when I was, thinking about how I was going to send projects to multi-billions, this time in my life, like, just, it was like a light bulb, a fucking light bulb that just lit in my head, just boom. And I was like, Pablo, you were a top network marketer. You know how to recruit people and bring them into something, right? And then I started to think, how can I bring the normies to crypto? How can I become the portal where normies come to crypto through my ecosystem? How can I do it? How can I be the one thing that everybody, including Pump Fund, has failed? How can I be that guy? Because Coinbase is just doing a good job, but Coinbase is too complex. Crypto.com is doing a good job, but they are too complex. And by the time tokens get listed on these centralized exchanges, they're usually late and normies just lose money. So how can I be better than Coinbase, Binance, Crypto.com, all these platforms? How can I build something better? And then the light bulb just lit up. I was like, I know how. I know how I'm going to fucking do it. It's going to be like when fucking grandma bought a jitterbug because the numbers were too small in a regular cell phone, that she learned how to use a cell phone when she got her ass a jitterbug, right? I was like, if I can make it so fucking simple, that even a 5-year-old can buy crypto, when I can do that, this will blow up. And God knows that I know what I must do. And man, I'm so fucking excited. Like, I am excited because my network marketing experience, my people skills, my business experience, my entrepreneurship experience, it all just lit a light bulb. And it just made sense. And I was like, I cannot believe that nobody has ever thought of this. And now I have thought about it. And I can't even fucking tell you what it is yet till it's done. It's technology that you have no access to right now. I'm building technology to push technology, which is the craziest concept. It's craziest concept ever. An app to push an app. It's it's gonna get fucking crazy. And I tell you right now that everybody in my network, in crypto, outside of crypto, everybody will want to invest in my projects. Every single person within one arm's reach will be buying these coins. Every single one. Because I'm going to make it so simple. I'm going to bring so much normie volume. And I'm talking about normies that don't even think about being a Jeet. Normies that are going to buy $1,000, $10,000, And they're going to say, I'm putting this money away for later, because that's how normies think. I'm going to be in a room of 30, 50 normies. And I'm going to tell them, go ahead and buy. And they're going to do it because it's going to make sense. And before you know it, you're going to have 50 new wallets just show up on the chart. You're like, holy fuck, how the fuck did $200,000 worth of buys just kick in? How? And you're going to know. You're going to know that the developer is working, and I'm not telling you what the fuck I'm doing just yet. And you're going to wonder where the fuck this money's coming from. You're going to wonder where's the people at, because they're not in the Telegram. They're not on X. They're not in Discord. Where are these people that are buying? And I want you to know that it's going to come from people relationships, from real shilling, and it's going to blow up. Years ago, there was companies like Amway, like Avon, Herbalife, Kirby Vacuums, and so many more, right? And they built multi-billion-dollar corporations. And they were businesses, they were considered word of mouth, right? I know, because my mother did a lot of that stuff. And the early adopters of those corporations got so fucking wealthy, that people didn't even understand how much money they made. And the concept was very, very simple. It was a very, very simple concept. Everybody needs what we have. Now, with cryptocurrency, everybody wants it. Everybody wants to get involved in crypto. Everybody. But they don't really know how to get started. Most of them will download Coinbase. Look at this. Former Amway IBO here. Love it. Most of them don't know how to get involved in crypto. They don't understand. Right? So they'll download a Coinbase app, and maybe they'll buy some Bitcoin, and that's it. They don't do much more than that. I mean, that's as far as a normie goes on their own. And then they ask you, like, hey man, how do I get involved? And then you sit there and you're like, well, you got a Coinbase account? No. You got to make a Coinbase account. You got a Trust wallet? No. Okay, you got to get a Trust wallet. You got to transfer some ETH to that Trust wallet. How do I do that? Well, you got to have a receiving address, and you got to send it after you buy it on crypto.com. Then you send it to Coinbase. And then once you're on Coinbase, what you do is, or when you're on Trust Wallet, what you do is you kind of go to Uniswap or PancakeSwap, and then you paste the contract address, and then make sure that the slippage is at 5%. And then what you do is you don't want to do too low of a slippage, because you might get sandwiched, or too high of a slippage, because you're going to get front run by Subway, the Subway guy that wrecks everybody. So you got to make sure that your slippage is just right. Okay, so don't overdo it, don't underdo it, because you might get a transaction rejected. So when you're in and you paste the contract address, that you went to Dex Tools, you got to go to Dex Tools or Dexstream or CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. Go over there, get the CA, and then come back, and then you can trade. And then what you do is, once it's on your wallet, what you do is you update the custom token, and then you paste the contract address in the custom token. And then what you do is your tokens will appear. And the person's like, what the fuck did you just say? That is what crypto is today. That is what crypto is today. Pump Fund, they made it a little easier, but they had a lot of mistakes. One of their major mistakes was that in order for you to have an account of a KOL, for example, you would have to launch a shitcoin, right? And it created just a fucking rug pull fest. So that didn't work. You look at what Moonshot did. That didn't fucking work, because Moonshot is just launching a bunch of shit coins too. So you look at all these platforms that try to make it easy for normies to come in. And the reality is they fail miserably. They fail miserably because they were targeting a whole lot of nothing. They didn't really have a mission or a plan. They allow everybody to launch shitcoins and they allow everybody to buy shitcoins. And it was just, guess what you got? Bunch of shit, right? So that didn't work. And I'm over here, I'm just observing everybody, what everybody's doing, taking some notes, saying that's a failure, 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 that's a failure. Then I was like, voila, I know exactly what I must do. By the time I'm done, I'll tell you right now, by the time I'm ready to let you know this technology that I'm working, you're going to know because all my 3 projects are going to be pumping. All of them. You're going to wonder what the fuck, why are these projects pumping? Why are they pumping? And you're going to have no right answer. And I want you to come back to this video and know that it was this moment where I told you it was going to be, because my target is not degens. My target is the outside world. And I'm going to be the one to master the outside world. I'm going to be the one that figures out the portal of normies coming into crypto every fucking day, every week, every month. They're going to come through my ecosystem. And then from there, if they want to learn about the rest of the garbage, then they're going to have the ability to do it. But they will first come through my ecosystem. They will first invest in my projects, and they will first be a long-term investor. No more fucking degenerates, quality normies that have normie money. Most normies have somewhere between $1,000 to $20,000 stashed away, wondering what the fuck they're going to do with that money. And my ecosystem is going to come in and says, we're right here to help you with your crypto adventure. In fact, let me introduce you to what we have to offer. Within 2 to 3 buttons, their crypto life will change. It's going to be so fucking simple. It's going to be so fucking easy that you, my friend, you, an experienced crypto day trader, you, the top degenerates of DeFi, you will say, fuck the old system. This is the way. This is the way. I don't fucking like Pablo, but he figured it out. This is the new way. This is how we're going to do things from now on. And this is going to work. Whoo, man, I'm so fucking excited. Man, let's take a moment and enjoy a little bit of fuck it monkey action. Let's fucking go.
Green candles rise, a vibrant hue, breaking barriers old and new. Decentralized, a fearless stand, power shifts across the land. From ashes rise a phoenix bright, burning through the darkest night. Digital gold, a modern gleam, living the crypto dream. Trend in the air, electric night, crypto pop, taking flight, diamond.
Bro, the first to ever do it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are here to fucking win. We are here to fucking win. I'm telling you right now. Look, you don't understand. You do not understand. I know that you live your life waiting for shit to happen for you to make a move. I know that's how you live. Based on fear, based on previous experience. But you know, I'm gonna tell you one thing before we move on. When you were a normie, you fear nothing. When you were a normie, you invested and didn't hesitate. You would just click the buy button and you would go on with your merry day. But this toxic, garbage ass space ruin you. It truly ruined you. It made you fearful. It made you scared of believing. It made you the person that you were not. So in order for you to win, you're going to have to go back in time to the mentality you had when the first time you bought crypto. You're going to have to go back in time. And you're going to have to believe in something. You're going to have to lock the fuck in and say, you know what? I don't have a fucking choice. Either I rock with this idea of being who I used to be, or I continue in the trenches being a fucking degenerate, hoping that one day I can hold past a 2x. And hopefully the dev does me right. And hopefully the KOLs are not dumping on me. And hopefully the guy that told me is honest. Or you can start changing your mentality right now. And let's go back in time to the days we bought Volt Inu. Because most of you that bought Volt Inu with me, most of you were fresh in crypto. You were fresh. You had that normie mentality. And that is why we took that project as high as we did, was because of the normie mentality. Now, that right there was one of the last projects where people had somewhat of a normie mentality. After Volt Inu, you jump into the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and it just became this nasty mentality that it was not you. It was the environment that made you. Your self-defense mechanism that made you who you are today. But back then, we made a lot of money. Back then, we were printing. Projects were going to hundreds of millions, billions. Back then, because back then you thought like a normie. Back then, you were not the person you are today. Back then, you didn't even understand what the fuck blockchain was. You know how I know you were all fucking normies? Because the Volt Inu contract had a 13% buy tax, a 13% sell tax, a 13% transfer. And you guys were buying it like you were just buying the shit out of it. Now you go on Dex Tools and you have the little free scanners and you got the little 3% warnings, and you're like, I don't know. It's shit. I mean, look at that warning right there. Bubble Maps says I shouldn't buy this shit because Bubble Maps knows everything. Bubble Maps. And guess what? All that shit just keeps you fucking broke. It keeps you fucking broke. It keeps you so broke that you know so much. When I bought Saitama, I fucking know I paid taxes. When I bought Shibnobi, I didn't know I was paying taxes. I didn't understand. I was fresh to this whole meme coin sector. And that was when I made the most money. Knowing too much hurts you. When you're overly intelligent, your overly intelligence keeps you from winning because it triggers something in your mind called fear. Fear is a weakness that should leave the body. That's the reality. So now I have to go out of my fucking way and I have to go and find people that used to think like those guys. They used to dream like those guys. Because those people are now the people we have today. Those people are gone. Even though they're still in the space, the mentality of those investors is gone. You know what's crazy? The more I think about it, the more it makes sense. I am going to go find people that used to think like the Volt Army. Clueless, excited normies. Clueless, excited normies. Because those fuckers hold bags. And there's a reason why many of them became millionaires. There's a reason why many of them broke $500,000, $800,000 because they had the Warren Buffett mentality. So trying to please the degens today in cryptocurrency as a developer, it's a waste of fucking time. It's a waste of time. In fact, I don't give a shit if they cheat on me, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go find those individuals with that mentality and bring them to my project. That's what I'm going to do. And all you fucking degenerates, every single one of you will remain broke. And you're going to watch how I bring people that never bought crypto in their entire life and make them $1 million fucking dollars. You're going to know. You're going to know. Because those people don't think like a fucking Jeet. They think like a Warren Buffett. You look at the overall market. Right now, we just got people fucking pumping and dumping the market. This ain't the bull run no more, boys. This is not the bull run no more. Okay? These dumps and these pumps and these dumps and these pumps is just the same money controlled by market makers. You're gonna see 100 billion go in the market, 100 billion leave the market, 100 billion go in the market, 100 billion leave the market. This is not exciting. This is not retail buying. This pump and this dump and this pump, man, come on. It's the most manipulated market you have right now. You need to focus. You need to focus on what truly matters, which is building numbers. Okay. When I was in network marketing, there was one thing that we always learn. Okay. They call it butts in seats. Okay. Let me explain to you what that means. So your job as a network marketer was to go out and find people and bring them into what they would call a weekly meeting or a convention or whatever, and you bring them and you sit them on your road. Okay, this is your row. This is your people. You sit them on your row, and there would be a guy on stage, and this guy on stage would talk about how he used to live in a trailer, and now he drives a Lamborghini, and he used to work construction. He used to drive 2 hours to work, 2 hours back, and now he lives the life that he always wanted. He can afford everything. He can do these things. But you know what it was? It was about getting people to sit on that chair and listen to the story. And the more people that you got on those roads, the more people, the bigger your portfolio got, the bigger your wallet became. Before I knew it, half the freaking stadium was my people. Half the fucking stadium were my people. And I'm going to tell you what it was. I would tell people like, look, I'm going to come to your house. I want you to gather your friends and family, right? Remember that? Invite everybody. I want to talk to them. And they would do it. They would gather people. I would show up and be like, dude, I was in my 20s, bro. I didn't even have facial hair yet. And I would show up and I'd be like, look, guys, this is how we're going to get out of the fucking, this is how we're going to get out. This is how we're going to get out of the rat race. This is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to do it. And then all of a sudden I would hand out applications and they would fill them out and they would join the team and they would join the team and they would join the team. And it was just boom, 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 just growing and growing and growing. Next thing you know, I was making $2,000 of residual a month, $5,000 of residual a month, $10,000 of residual a month. And I still had a welding company. So I was making money there and I was buying Bitcoin and I had a wife and fucking 6 children. So when people tell me you can't achieve anything, I'm like, what are you talking about? I have a big ass family. I had a business. I was doing network marketing and I was buying crypto all at the same time. Don't give me no bullshit that you don't have time. What you don't have is fucking conviction. That's what you don't have. You don't have conviction. You don't have the desire to go out there and become financially free. That's what you don't have. Right? So now, as I'm in crypto, as a developer that I am myself, I can tell you this. When you understand what I built for you, when you understand what I have done for the space, when you understand and comprehend the valuable tool that I'm about to give you, you will work harder than you have ever worked in cryptocurrency. You will work so fucking hard because you're going to see value. You're no longer going to have to sit on Twitter and chill all fucking day and retweet and let me go raid Mario. Let me go raid this other guy with 100,000 followers. Let me go raid this guy with 1 million followers. All that shit will be in the past. The way we're going to build the MK ecosystem, we're going to build it in a way that we did 50 years ago, 100 years ago. A way that actually worked. But this time, we have technology. Technology that speeds the process. This secret utility that I'm working on, it is not a coin. It is not going to have a contract address. It is going to be the ultimate tool ever created in cryptocurrency for normie mass adoption. That's what it's going to be. And right now you're thinking like, what could it be, Pablo? Well, one thing I have experience in is regular people. And it all came through my head literally like a week ago, where everything really came together. And I'm going to tell you what was happening. So my son went on a trip with his friend and his friend's family. And he was gone for like 4 days. They went to Vegas to watch I don't know if it was NASCAR, but it was some racing event. And then he came home and he was like, Dad, my friend's dad wants to hang out. I was like, oh, okay, sure. I don't even know the guy, but let's do it. Let's hang out. So we went to the movies. And I shit you not, within 3 minutes that the man got in the car, 3 minutes, I barely got out of his home street. Within 3 minutes, he was like, Pablo, your son told me you're a big crypto guy. How do I get started? And I just kind of froze. Like I just froze. Like I was like, what? He's like, your son told me you're a big crypto guy. I actually want to get involved in crypto. And I just haven't really been able to kind of get involved. And I really don't know what to do. I go on YouTube and all those guys are talking about some weird shit. And I have like $5,000. I just don't know where to put it. I don't know what to do. And I'm just like blown away that somebody just asked me how to buy crypto. And I was like, thinking in my head, what if I had a tool that I can just share with this man right now and he would buy crypto within a matter of seconds? What if I had a tool that could get him involved in my ecosystem within 3 minutes? And it all just came together. And it made sense. And I was like, bro, holy fuck. This man just light up the light bulb in my head like it never been lit before. Like it was like, wow. So you're telling me that you're willing to buy $5,000 of whatever I say right now? Yeah. I couldn't fucking believe it. I could not believe it. I was just blown the fuck away. And I was like, 2 days later, we have a birthday party for my daughter. My family, they all know I'm in crypto. They know I'm retired. But you know what they don't do is they don't ever like want to buy crypto because they feel like they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they feel like they're just gonna lose their money, right? So they don't even talk to me about crypto. But at my daughter's birthday party, I had everybody in a table, probably about 30 people in that table. I was throwing a big ass party. And I asked people, you guys know I'm retired, right? Yeah, of course, Pablo, of course. We know you made it in crypto, all that stuff is great. And I asked all of them straight out, why don't you guys buy crypto? And everybody had the same answer. Everybody said, because honestly, we're scared that we're just going to lose our money. We're scared that we don't know what we're doing. And I was like, so you're telling me if I can simplify all that for you and I can make it so easy, well, would you buy crypto? Yes. They're like, what about if we lose money? I was like, look, what I'm building is very special. Okay. The ecosystem that I'm building is very, very special. If I keep away people that know how to trade, that know how to be a fucking Jeet, which at that time I just said to sell, it will not fail because I will find a lot of normies like you that have no crypto experience and all they want to do is buy. And if I can build a foundation, a community with people that all they want to do is buy and put it away and just forget about it, then no project will ever be a failure. And they're like, we're in. So right there in that party, I had close to 30 people ready to buy crypto. And I was like, okay. I went to church. I don't go to church very often, okay? But I went to church. And when I was at church, there was about 3 people that would walk up to me and say, oh, you're Pablo. You're the guy that does crypto. I was like, yes, I am. How do we get it started? How do we get involved? So I had people at the church trying to get involved. Everywhere I went, they want to buy crypto. Everywhere I fucking go. And that's when everything just clicked. Everything just, oh my God. Why the fuck am I worrying about the people on Twitter? Why do I care about the degens that jump on my fucking launches and cheat on day one? Why do I care about those people? Fuck those people. What I need to be doing is worrying about people like this. People that just want to buy. That's what I need to focus on. And it all made sense. It all made fucking sense. 2026 will be our year. 2026 will be our year. You ride with me, you will get wealthy. You ride with me, I would help you create residual passive income. You ride with me, you will always make fucking money. But you got to get that garbage ass degenerate mentality out of your system, because that's not going to work in my projects. It's just not, because I'm not going to be here trying to please you. I don't give a fuck if you get emotional. I'm here to build the future. You're either in the future or you're not in the future. That's all that it comes down to it. You're either in or you're out. There's no in betweens. You're either in or you're out. That's it. No in betweens. The normies is what I give a shit about. I'm going to bring hundreds of thousands of millions of normies. They will buy your broke ass bag in a second. Your insignificant investment that you're so scared of losing. These guys will come and they're going to buy you out. They're going to buy you out. They're not going to give a shit about no market cap. They're not going to give a shit about no liquidity. They're not going to give a shit about what KOL is talking about it. Or is this ETH trending? Is this trending on Dex Screener? Can you pay for a boost? They won't give a fuck about none of that garbage. You know what they're going to look at? Their investment. They're going to turn it on, turn it off, and go about their day. That simple. That fucking simple. So if you're watching this live stream today, you are one lucky fucker. Okay. You're a one lucky person because you get to be involved in my ecosystem before all this takes place. That's how lucky you are. But the question is, do you even deserve to be that lucky? Do you even deserve it? That's the question. Do you even deserve to be listening to this message? That's the real question. We jump over and we're going to talk about this right here. Okay. Check this out. I literally just launched this a few days ago. Okay. PC Game 5. I shit you not. Like you go to the 1 minute chart. 1 fucking minute chart. Maybe 5 minutes just because it's so skinny. But you go to like the 5 minute chart. Okay. I shit you not. Like how the fuck do you guys G at launch? Like, I'm just like, at launch. How do you G at launch? How the fuck do you G at launch? At launch. Not even hold a bag for 3 fucking minutes. How? How can you win in crypto if you G at launch? I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with these investors? They're all fucking retarded. How do you win at crypto? Like, how the fuck do you win? I was blown away. I just couldn't fucking believe it. I'm like, is this where DeFi is today? Where a developer is fucking doxxed, experienced, and burns his whole fucking wallet. And yet people G within 3 fucking minutes. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you know what? Fuck these degens. These degens can burn in fucking hell. They can burn and roast and burn again. Because now I'm going to focus on normies. I don't give a fuck about degenerates. I'm going to focus on normies. Regular people. People that still have fucking dreams. People that still dream about walking away from their job, retiring early. People that want to pay off a mortgage, pay for their children's college. I'm not going to give a shit about these fucking type of people. Somebody else can have these guys. Fuck, go to Pump Fund. They'll gladly take your broke ass. Like, these individuals do not belong in my ecosystem. They do not. They do not. You got the entire post-chain community crying for Richard Hart to do something. Please, Richard, please do something. Richard, please. I've been holding for 4 fucking years. And the developer does not even give a fuck. And I come out and I give a shit. I'm like here every fucking day working for you. Every fucking day. And in return, that's the shit I get. I'm like, fuck this. Fuck this. I'm going back to the days I built projects like Volt Inu. I'm going back to find those investors. Not the ones that Volt has today. All those are all fucking super intelligent. They know everything. Fuck those guys. I want to go back to those people. Those people that don't know shit. That just buy and hold and fucking dream. Those people. That's what I'm going to build. I'm going to build a fucking army of those people. That's what I'm going to do. Because these people, they can suck it, bro. They can suck it. Okay? Anyway, like I was saying, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is so crazy. This is the craziest thing I ever seen. So you start climbing after all that shit, and then boom, here comes the next wave of G's. You start climbing, and boom, here comes the next wave of G's. You start fucking climbing, things are looking sexy, next wave of G's. I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, you're not even selling in profits. Like, you are not even in profits. Like, you are down. How the fuck are you selling when you're down? Like, at least let a project run for a week. At least 1 week. Nope. Not in crypto today. Not on Twitter now. I don't know who the fuck these people are. But the way they live, the way these people live, they're never going to get anywhere. Okay? PC Game 5 is going to be a bullish fucking project. I shit you not. It is going to be a fucking great project. People are going to love this platform. They're going to love utilizing what we offer in this platform. They're going to love this coin. They're going to fucking love it. Regular people, not you. Fuck you guys. Fuck the degens. Regular people are going to love this. They're going to love this. They're going to be buying 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 10,000, 5,000, 3,000, 20,000. And not once are they going to be thinking about being a fucking JIT. They're going to be thinking, you know what they're going to be thinking? They're going to be thinking, I need to hold this for about 3 years. See where it goes in about 3 years. And I'd probably be up about maybe 300-400% in 3 years, because they think like stock market. They think like Tesla. They think like Google. They think like they're investing into a 401k. They don't think like a fucking degenerate. So when they see money, like they're up 1,000%, they're going to be like, what the fuck? Oh, I'm not selling this shit. You crazy? I'm up 1,000%, 10,000%. No face me. I'm going to fucking dinner. I'm going to dinner. Dude, I shit you not. Inside Tama, the wolf pack, like, it looked like a fucking honeypot for literally like 6 months. Nobody was fucking selling. Nobody was selling for 6 fucking months. We all had like 200,000, 500,000, 300,000, 800,000, 2 million. And we're all just like, cool, send it. We didn't give a fuck. We didn't care. We bought because we were investors. We didn't buy it because we were trying to make a quick flip on what, $500 and turn it into 1,000? What kind of garbage is that? How the fuck do you retire like that? You can't. You can't do shit like that. So the more I thought about it, and the more I came to the conclusion, then I need to build a normie ecosystem. Right now, my dev team, they're building my idea. And at first, they were blown away. Like, Pablo, you sure you're not like a IT guy? Or like, how do you come up with this shit? And I tell them, look, man, I'm just a broke man that came from the hood, okay? I fought for money. I fought for food. I climbed the corporate ladder, became a business owner, an entrepreneur, and I did network marketing because I was hungry. Hunger made me think outside the box. Hunger. And one thing that I never let go is hunger. Till this day, I think like a hungry individual. Every level I get to, I get hungrier and hungrier because I want success. I want my children's children to know that I did something with my life. I don't want to die and they're just standing around the grave and say some dumb shit like, oh, Pablo was a great dad. The fuck is that? No. What I want is fucking fireworks. I want limousine after limousine after limousine after limousine after limousine showing up. Thousands of people, millions talking about what took place. That's what I want. I don't want to have 3 individuals in my funeral saying that I was a great dad and that's all I had to offer. No. We're gonna do great things, big things, fucking legendary things. That's what we're gonna do. Legendary things. Okay. This shit right here. Whew, man. I don't even know what to say. All I can tell you is my new people, my never invested in crypto people are going to buy these people out. All of them. All of them. These guys are going to think they won a few bucks. They're going to think they won a little bit. But they don't know what winning is. They have no fucking clue what winning is. Okay? Let's check out Moon AI real quick. As you guys know, right here on YouTube, you can see that we have the link tree, which we'll talk about that in a minute. But let me close these other windows. You guys can see, man. Holy shit, Moon. Fuck. Moon has been moving. Look at that. So this right here were the people that got in at launch and made some money. They were all super excited, super happy. They're like, yay, I won. Now let me go back to Pump Fund and get rug. Okay, so that's what happened to those people. And then, okay, you see this candle right here? Let me talk about this candle right here. This candle right here, this 4 hour candles. Okay, I want to talk about this. Okay, look at that. So what took place is the consolidation period, which is down here at about 150, 180,000. Okay, took place for what? A couple days, actually, quite a few days. And you know what? Sometimes you just gotta let shit dip. You just gotta let the shit dump. Just gotta let it happen. Okay, let it happen because we need to let all these fucking degenerates sell at a loss. Fuck the degens. Okay. And next thing you know, once they're done being a fucking jeet, then we replace them with quality investors, real fucking investors, right? That's what we do. Regular people that never bought fucking crypto that you know buy. And that's what we're going to do. So Mood AI is definitely on its way to do some crazy numbers. Now that it broke the dip, which let's go to the 1 day chart because you got to look at the 1 day chart. Now that it broke this, look at that. Like fucking clockwork. Oh my God. You cannot make this up. You cannot make that up. Look at that breakout. Look at that fucking breakout. Man, you guys have no idea. Moon AI, she's going to be the artificial intelligence of our entire ecosystem. She is going to be a very, very important character in everything that we do. Okay. She's very valuable. Do not take Moon AI for granted. I'm telling you right now, do not take her for granted. Don't think she don't matter because you're going to fuck up. You're going to fuck up. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by fucking up. Okay. Let's go down to MK. Okay. Let's talk about MK. MK got something cooking. Let me refresh this real quick. Dexter is kind of, yeah. What is happening? Where's the chart? There we go. There we fucking go. Check out MK, man. Look at that fucking candles. Jesus. Okay, so let's talk about what's taking place in MK. Okay. As you can see, the last 2 days, MK has climbed. How much has it climbed? Oh my God. Really? 340%? Some bitch. That's actually impressive. So a lot of people, they think that money is made only on day one, only on week one. That's not true. The real money is made when a project is bottom out and you can accumulate heavy accumulation. Okay. You think that 340% was bullish? You have no fucking idea what bullish is. No fucking idea. I'm going to tell you what bullish is. Okay. If you look at the overall market of MK, let me erase these lines real quick. Okay. Look down here. If you look at eye level, right there. Oh my God. Look at that breakout. See that first breakout that took place there after that long consolidation? long consolidation breakout. Okay. I believe that MK, Moon 2, I think Moon 2, but I believe that MK is going to be trading in the dollars, like way the fuck up here. Okay. This year. And I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. When we push MK to 32 cents, which was down here, okay? I'm gonna tell you a little secret. That only a few people know. But I'm gonna tell you, okay? When we push MK from 0.002 to 32 cents the first time, I'm gonna tell you what took place. We had what was called tickertrending.com. Tickertrending.com was our first attempt, our beta, at building a DEX. Okay. Tickertrending.com generated us over $250,000 in revenue from a utility that we were just testing. We were testing the utility, and it made us $250,000 fucking dollars. With that $250,000, we pump MK 3 fucking times. Look at that. 3 times. And we allow all these fucking degenerates to get paid. All these fucking degens got paid. All these guys made money. But you know what's funny? We were just testing technology. It was just a beta. It was just like our first attempt at creating a DEX. Wait till you see the next DEX that I'm building. You guys don't even know. The upgraded version of tickertrending.com, my goodness, it's not even going to be called the same anymore. It's going to have a whole new name. But what I want to tell you is technology, services, buys degenerates. And I'm going to tell you why I did not give a fuck that people sold on me. I'm going to tell you why I didn't care. It's part of the plan. It was always part of the plan. I wanted people to sell me their supply before we went to real numbers. I wanted that supply because what I wanted to do was burn all that supply that I purchased from those individuals. And I'm going to show you right here. Share this tab. You see that null address in MK? 95%. Look at that. 95%. So these people, they believe they made money with me. But in all reality, what they did is they sacrificed their future money for me to fulfill my dreams. That's what they did. They sacrificed for me. They don't even know that. They don't even know that they sacrificed for me. They had no fucking clue. But that's what happened. Because of their cheatedness and my utility, I was able to buy and burn 95% of the supply. And that was very important to me. Very, very important because of what MK was going to be in the future. Okay? I wanted to make it so scarce, then when the pump came, this wouldn't even fucking matter. It wouldn't even matter. It would be like, you know what I mean? It wouldn't even fucking matter. You wouldn't even see those sales. They wouldn't even exist. That's why it was so crucial to sacrifice all that supply. It was so crucial. Because when the normies would come in and invest in MK, they would be buying fractions of the tokens. And those that were here at the right time, at the right place, and they did not cheat. They held along with me. They deserve those millions of dollars. They deserve it. They fucking deserve it. Because they held when everybody else quit. So right now you got MK trading at 2 pennies. What are you gonna do when this shit's at $2? What are you gonna do when this shit's at $20? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna tell yourself? Are you gonna be excited that you cheated on Pablo Crow? Are you gonna be happy, or are you gonna be fucking depressed? We know the answer to that. Everything I do, everything I will build, it will change the way crypto is today. It will change it. I'm going to bring back those developers that they had dreams, they had vision, they wanted to build something before all these guys would just day trade their dreams, their coins. They're just day trading their coins, their charts all fucking day. Those days will come to an end because of people like me that just don't like the space. We don't like the space how it is right now. We hate the fucking space. I actually hate crypto right now. I fucking hate crypto. I literally am not impressed, and I'm not a fan of the way decentralization is right now. This is not what the great Satoshi wanted. This is not what Vitalik wanted. This is not even what CZ wanted. None of us wanted what it is today. None of us. Speaking of that, this is going to be funny. You're going to like this, okay? We're going to laugh a little bit, okay? We're going to laugh a little bit. Okay, let me share this real quick. But check it out. This is literally crypto today. Callers. They call early and G early. Oh, let me add it on the stage. They call callers. They call early and G early. Degens. Early investors who G early. You know how many times I have heard I bought that Pepe when it was at 100K market cap. And I was like, okay, did you hold it? No, it hit 1 million and I G'd it. Oh, I regret that so much. Really? And what did you learn from that? What do you mean? Well, did you hold your next investment? Oh, no, I G'd it too. What about the next one? Same thing. So why the fuck are you complaining? What did you learn? You didn't learn shit, right? The third one, KOLs. Those that get paid to cheat. Ain't that some shit? These fuckers get paid to cheat. They get paid to cheat. They get free supply. And as soon as they get that shit, they dump it. Isn't that crazy? Callers, degens, KOLs. That right there is what crypto is today. But the secret sauce, the secret ingredient is right here. Normies. They buy and they think like Warren Buffett. That right there is a secret ingredient. That right there it is. So I'm gonna tell you this. This is gonna fucking sound crazy, but do not get your friends and family to buy crypto right now. Don't do it, okay? Don't tell them to buy MK. Don't tell them to buy PC Game 5. Don't tell them to buy Moon AI. Don't tell them to buy anything right now, okay? Because you're going to thank me later. Do not tell anybody to buy anything within our ecosystem right now. What you need to do is you need to make sure that you have enough, that you're fully satisfied with your investment, that at $1 your life can change. At $10 your life can really change. All these projects, they all started with 1 billion supply. Some of them have 95% burn. PC GameFi got 49% burn. Moon AI got 30% burn. All I can tell you is accumulate, because we're going to keep buying the supply and we're going to keep burning the supply in our coins. That's what we're going to do. We're going to buy and burn, buy and burn, and buy and burn. We're going to do exactly what we did with MK with the other two projects. Exactly. And then we're going to bring in normie money to buy the floor of all these projects. And they're going to hold years with us. Years. Because it's going to be your job to let them know that they're buying the bottom of the bear market. It's going to be your job. You're going to tell them. You're going to tell them, look, I just taught you how to buy crypto very easily. Now you have to hold for the next 4 years because you just bought the bottom of the market, which is the bear market. It has a cycle. It happens every 4 years. So now you got to hold for 4 years. And you know what all these normies are going to say? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's easy. Sure. I mean, fuck, it's only $2,000. I mean, shit, my tires cost me more than $2,000. You don't understand. Like, normies don't get scared like degens do. Like, $2,000. Yeah, it's a good amount of money, but it's like we're not scared of spending $2,000 when we just bought $2,000 worth of tires. You know what I'm saying? When we spend $2,000 in fucking Christmas, when we spend $2,000 going on a weekend to fucking Vegas or fucking wherever casino, like $2,000 does not scare a normie. It's like, you know, you go on classifieds and you see something you like and it costs $2,000 and you just show up and buy it cash. Like it's nothing. So when you have 10 of them to buy $2,000 and you have 100 of them, 1,000 of them, 10,000 of them, guess what's going to happen? Their portfolios of the previous normies are going to climb. They're going to go up in value. And what's going to happen is those previous normies are going to bring in new normies because you just gave them a tool that even a normie can use to market crypto to the next person. And that is what this guy is going to create for you. I'm going to give you the tool to make it all happen. The whole thing. And you're going to be so fucking happy that I created this for you. You're going to be so happy. And you know what? I'm going to keep you guessing what it is for now. I'm going to keep you guessing. And in fact, I don't even want you to buy my coins. Don't even fucking buy my coins right now. Because I rather give this bottom level to normies. I don't even want to give it to the degens. I don't want to. Because you know what? You guys are just going to fucking G as soon as it pumps a little anyways. So just go buy some other fucking coins. And let normies buy the bottom of this fucking project. Let normies buy the floor. And I'll show you how to take 3 projects to multi-billions all at the same time. Guys, thank you all for coming on the show tonight. And if you want to buy my coins, go ahead. But please fucking think like a normie. Stop thinking like a degenerate, okay? In fact, I might even fucking blacklist that fucking wall. I'm tired of hearing, you know, profits is profits. I'm tired of hearing I'm a degen. Well, go be a degen somewhere else, you broke ass. Okay? We're investors. We're fucking investors. We ain't no fucking degens. We try the degen shit. We try the pump on shit. You know what we got? A whole lot of nothing. So why are we going to continue doing the same garbage over and over again? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. So make sure that you guys check out the link tree. Okay. And the link tree is something that you're going to want. Okay. You're going to want to save the link. Right here, you can see you have the Memelinked official, the Memelinked token, the Moon AI official, the Moon AI token, the PC GameFi official, which this one is not live yet. We're still building it. And the PC GameFi token. This right here is going to be the ecosystem that's going to change your life. It's going to do it. Okay. It is going to do it. And one last thing before I really get the fuck out of here. Let me share something real quick. Something very, very important. Very, very important. Where is it? Let me find it real quick. Where is it? Holy fuck, man. Let's see. Let's go to Moon AI because this is important, okay? So Moon AI, we're having a competition right now, which is super bullish, okay? So in this competition, first place is going to win $10,000, okay? Now, I already talked to Pink Cell how this $10,000 will come, and basically they'll just send it to me. So by winning this, this is what I'm going to do with $10,000. I'm going to tell you once we win this, which we're about to. Okay, well, let's click on this real quick, and I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay, so it's a voting thing going on. Okay, and if you participated in the pre-sale for Moon AI, you can actually connect your wallet. Even if you cheat it, you can still connect your wallet, and they'll count your votes. Okay, You connect your wallet, you vote. This thing is actually going to end tomorrow at 16 hours, which is probably UTC. So tomorrow morning, this is going to end tomorrow morning in the States. In the States, this will end tomorrow morning. And let me go back here. First place is going to win $10,000. And what I'm going to do is $6,000 of that, I'm going to utilize it for buybacks and burns. And probably all within the same day. Probably, as soon as I get it, I'm going to buy $6,000 on the chart on Moon AI. And the other 4,000 are going to stay for, future development, which obviously, we've been paying development out of pocket. So it's kind of nice to get a little something from somewhere else. And that's what's going to happen. So if Moon AI is already pumping, think about another 6K on the chart. It's going to do very, very well. Okay. So yeah, this is going to happen in the next day or two that we're probably going to collect those funds. And yeah, I did ask Pink Cell if we can just get the full 15,000 because like the other team didn't even participate. Like, and I told him, look, if you don't want to give us the 15,000, at least don't give them 5,000. Just keep it. That's what I told them. So hopefully they listen. All I can tell you is, that's another 6,000, possibly more, coming into the chart tomorrow, which at this levels is really super bullish because on top of buying that, we're gonna do a fucking burn. Remember, I promised you guys a big ass burn. In fact, I did a competition. Let me go back. I did a competition about what do you guys think our next burn will be, which was, where was it? Right here, okay? 10 million voted. Everybody thinks that our next burn is going to be 10 million. Oh, fuck. What happened? Let me share the screen. God damn it. Sorry, guys. Right here. We did a competition, and then, everybody voted for 10 million to be our next burn amount. 10 million. You greedy bastards. Out of all the numbers you got on there, you went for 10 million. I'll tell you what. After we buy that 6,000, we should be able to be burning close to 10 million tokens. So yeah, we're going to buy it and burn it. So let's see if we can hit 10 million token burn. I believe that we're going to do it. So yeah, not only will we buy all that supply, we're going to send this straight to the dead wallet. Why? Because the team, we don't want supply. We don't want to control supply. We just want to get rid of supply. Okay. We want to burn it. I want to see Moon, had 80, 90% of the supply burn as well. I think it's important. I want to see all my tokens have a massive burn supply because the more we burn, the more scarce it is, and the bigger pump we're going to get when it's time to go. When it's go time, we're gonna fucking pump. Okay? So if you got anything out of anything today, we're gonna focus on normies. Okay? That's number one. Number two, accumulate. Go back to being a normie yourself. Stop looking at fucking bubble maps. Stop looking at fucking contract scanners and stop looking at all this other garbage. If you need all that stuff, it's because you're investing in something you don't give a shit about. You're not a believer of that project anyways. So you're probably going to cheat. So why even care about all that stuff? All I'm saying is go back to being a normie. Go back to believing in a vision. Go back to believing in a team. Go back to believing in yourself. And watch how your life changes in 2026. Watch how your life changes for the better in 2026. Just watch. When everything is collapsing, with Bitcoin's taking a shit, when Ethereum, when Solana's fucking crashing like never before, when everything's going to shit, there'll be one fucking ecosystem pumping. And that's going to be the MK ecosystem. I shit you not. That's what's going to take place in 2026. The market, us. You decide on what side of the quadrant you want to be. You want to be in the market or you want to be with us. That's something that you have to decide for yourself. Anyways, guys, you guys have a wonderful fucking night, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out. I'm going to be fucking rich. I'm going to be fucking wealthy. I'm going to be the person that I was destined to be. I'm not destined to be a fucking sheep. I'm not destined to follow people every day of my fucking life. If I want to buy that thing on the shelf, I'm going to buy it. If I want to travel somewhere, I'm going to travel.
Imagine being a young man feeling the world is cold. This is me, an immigrant at 5 years old. This is way before the Crow Show. I'm talking about a high school dropout, not knowing which way I'ma go. They thought it was easy, it wasn't easy at all. A father at 17, my problems wasn't resolved. I was locked up a couple of crimes multiple times. There was no hope, I never gave up. One time I started welding, thought I had a career. Bought my first Bitcoin, 2015 was the year. 3 years after that, I was introduced to the Crow. At that very moment, I knew I wouldn't struggle no more. I did my homework, started accumulating some more. And accumulating some more. I bought a couple shit coins, reinvested in the Bitcoin. Now I got a multi-million-dollar business. Many have witnessed that I went from rags to riches. And I didn't have to steal. I was there when Volcano hit 250 mil. I can't explain how it really feels. I got another banger on the way, Promethean Prodigy. I got many people to come along and just follow me. While they was buying memes, we buying technology. Waiting for the bull run to hit. Now ain't that some shit? I'ma be responsible for making so many people rich off of a couple flips. Never forget, I told you to buy the dip. Never forget, I told you to buy the dip.
There and you fight it in your head. You sit there and try to convince yourself that, oh, what if it doesn't work? Oh, what if I fail? What if this token doesn't do it? What if this happens? What if that happens? What? That's all you tell yourself. Those thoughts need to disappear from your mind. You need to block those pieces of shit. And you need to be like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to be fucking rich. I'm going to be fucking wealthy. I'm going to be the person that I was destined to be. I'm not destined to be a fucking sheep. I'm not destined to follow people every day of my fucking life.